Yeah, I mean, it's hard contractually. I'm trying not to get a pay deduction, so can't really speak about it.
So that is Cooper Webb basically saying he can't talk about an injury without being fined or having a contract deduction. Now, to me, that's absolutely insane. And I'm gonna say this leads exactly straight back to betting, fantasy, you know, and these teams having absolutely horrible injury reports. I mean, if you have, and this might be the reason why there might, like, as he says, he doesn't want to get a contract deduction. Is that written into these guys' contracts that they cannot talk about injuries because they don't want to get fined for it? Like, what possible motivation, what possible pros would it have as a team or as a sponsor or whatever to write into a contract to say you can't talk about injuries or we're going to take money away from you? I mean, I just it's ludicrous to me that that would be a thing. That's I mean, one, I guess the riders would have to sign it. So yes, you have the agent and the manager and the rider or whatever would have to look at that and be like, yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. But two, like as a team, as a sponsor, as a whoever is is requiring that to be in a contract, that's absolutely insane. And it kind of makes sense why a lot of these guys don't say a single thing. And yeah, we all basically know after the first round, these guys are not 100%. You know, whether it's a crash in practice, whether it's a weird landing in a race, whether, you know, it's a nagging injury that they've had for years that just keeps kind of flaring up. It's pretty well known that like pretty much any sport, you are not 100% at any time unless you've had, you know, a few weeks off to heal and not do anything. But it is like when they start talking about bringing in betting, bringing in money, because that's what it is. It's when you start talking about bringing in betting or even fantasy at some point, people have to pay for some leagues. And if you start talking about that, it's a way of growing the sport because it brings in money to the sport, which means they can do other things. Obviously, massive cuts of that go to, you know, this guy and that guy and whatever. But if you're going to start talking about bringing in money, growing this sport, trying to make it, I don't want to say mainstream, but more like the bigger end of sports, NFL, NBA, hockey, whatever. You see all of those leagues every single week, every single day. They have, you know, who's practicing, who's not, who's injured, what the injury is, how long it's going to be out. And then you have this sport where it's, hey, nope, you can't talk about it because we'll fine you for it. Now, is this like you can't talk about it because it's something that happened with the bike? There was a problem and that was the crash. They don't want that kind of thing going out. Or who knows what it is. To me, this is just absolutely insane. And if you want to grow the sport, you have to be more transparent. You have to be more like the bigger mainstream sports. People want to know these kind of things. And I've seen people complain, "Oh, social media has ruined this sport. Everyone wants to know everything right away." You know, back in my day, one of those stupid things, you'd have to wait a month for, you know, the magazine to come out to know what's happening. It's like, yeah, welcome to the current age of things where everybody wants to know because they're interested. If you want to know what your favorite rider is dealing with, if you want to know what your, you know, favorite team is dealing with, it shouldn't be this big problem. You know, unless you're following people around, stalking them, asking questions, or like trying to watch every single step they do. But wanting to know if a guy is hurt or not is not to me, the worst thing in the world. Hey, I'm a fan of X person. I want to know if they are going to, one, be racing this weekend, two, how well they're going to do potentially, because if they're dealing with, you know, a broken rib or, you know, whatever the injury is, they're obviously going to be hampered by something. And like he says at the end of the interview, which you can watch at the end of this video, you can see the question and his full answer to it. You know, he's basically saying this is the first round that I've felt fully healthy to race the way that I want to and to show how what I am capable of this year. And we're talking round four, so the first three rounds he was apparently, you know, not well or not 100%. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully this changes. Like I don't understand the secrecy of everything behind this, but this is where I leave you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Should we have injury reports? Is it ridiculous to be this like secretive about what's happening? I don't know. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the fun things this platform allows you to do, because it really just helped me out and I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.
Yeah, thank you. Nick Still with MotoOnline.com. This will be for Cooper. Cooper, reflecting on the end of the off-season, you alluded to an injury. Is that something you can now speak about with, the success we've been seeing, and then where you are percentage-wise leading into leaving California?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard contractually. I'm trying not to get a pay deduction, so can't really speak about it, even though I'm racing. So anyway, yeah, it was tough at test track. Had a little get off, so it was not easy. But we made it to round one, and we're here, and everything is clicking. It's taken a little bit, and you got to be a little patient. But it's the sport, right? We're always battling something. So